Hello Spectres, welcome to another First Descendant video. This time we'll be covering the only healer support character in the game so far, Jayber. As per our usual format, I'll be breaking down his abilities, then going over a build, then giving my thoughts on the character near the end. Before we begin, make sure to leave a like and comment down below on what you think about Jayber so far. Just a reminder, this game is still in beta, so things will be covered in this video might be changed on the final release. On to his abilities. We'll be jumping to Jayber's third ability first since it affects the first two. Multi-purpose gun has 3 rounds they can use to shoot any active turrets on the field. When doing so, it will enhance the turret, signified by the purple bar in the middle of the turret's diamond icon. If the turret's HP is low or is about to disappear, the gun will heal it as well as reset the duration timer significantly by the orange bar around diamond icon. You can use the gun to shoot enemies, but would be better utilizing keeping your turrets enhanced and extending its duration. His first ability, Assault Turret, creates a turret that attacks any enemies that come in range, and using the multi-purpose gun on it will enhance it and create a visual ring that when enemies come into the ring will deal continuous damage. The second ability, Medical Turret, creates a healing ring that any friendlies that come into the ring gets healed. When hit with the multi-purpose gun, the turret will grant MP regeneration to allies as well. The turret also taunts any enemies that come into your ring, so it's a good way to zone areas. For the fourth ability, or Super, Reactivate calls all active turrets back to Jayber and creates a detonation in an AoE. Doing so will grant Overhaul, which will grant enhanced turrets when redeployed. For Jayber's passive, Turret Sync grants Jayber a 20% attack increase when both turrets are active on the field. For weapons, it's up to you on what you want to run. For reactors, go with the materialized set because it will give you a buff to the skill damage, as well as since Jayber doesn't really do any elemental damage, in general will gain a plain skill buff increase. For mods, it's up to you on how you want to build Jayber, but since turrets are Jayber's main way of support in dealing damage, we want to have turrets uptime as much as possible and cooldowns low as possible so we can pop another turret if we miss keeping the first one active. To start off with, I'm using the Short Sword mod, but any orange card will do because it gives a plain boost in the capacity to Jayber as a whole. Next, I'll be using Nimble Fingers to get our cooldowns down. I'll be prioritizing range for this build, so be using Skill Range Master and Skill Expansion. For skill duration, we'll be using Defense Accelerant and Skill Extension. For skill damage, we'll be using Fire Master and Technician. For survivability, we'll be using Increased Shield, Increase HP, and using Passionate Sponsor, which will give us a buff to damage when allies are healed. These 3 mods you can change out depending on what you need. Now for the rotation, which is a pretty simple one. Start by getting Assault Turret up and then use Multi-Purpose Gun to enhance the turret, and you're basically set. Make sure to keep an eye on the diamond on the turret to gauge when you need to refresh the timer and re-enhance the turret. Pop Healing Turret if a teammate is getting low or using a zone area to aggro enemies. I personally don't use the fourth ability, Reactivate, because it will remove turrets on the field, and depending on the situation, having an extra weapon damage might not be worth it. If you made it this far in this video, thanks for watching. I'll be going into my thoughts about Jayber, so if you're here for the build, thanks for watching, and make sure to leave a like before you go. So with the time I played with Jayber in the beta, it's a great start, but can be better. I feel like the duration of the turrets might need to be buffed a bit, as well as the HP, because there's been times, especially with fighting bosses, that I pop the turret and it's gone the next. I can see where they're going with the super, but I feel like it doesn't really flow with the rotation and can harm rather than be good, because you lose your turrets and then you have to wait for the cooldowns before popping, and if a teammate needs healing, then they're off of luck. There we go, have fun running with the support wielding turret dispenser. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.